Hi guys, my name is Cash. My American friends like to call me Dollar Dollar Bills, yo, which is ironic because the only thing that I'm rich in is odd musings, bullshit, and biscuits. Oh, talking of which, anybody like biscuits? Andy Moore, where this is Right, so when I was young, I did identity issues. Some people said, you look like an Iranian. Other people said, you look like, you know, you look like an Afghan. But for the most part, they just thought I looked like a massive prick. Nowadays, people tell me I've got the eyebrows of Mr. Bean, the face of Peter Griffin, and the beard of a terrorist. I'll say that for later. Sorry, no, hipster. Now, I know what you're thinking, but no, I'm not single. I'm actually double in size. I'm married. I mean, I think she's trying to fatten me up. It's been 18 years. I'm not sure how big she wants me. But when you see a fat Asian man with glasses, kind of nerdy looking like yours truly, nobody thinks, now that guy's got a deep cultural understanding, has intelligence and wisdom. No. What they think is, now that guy knows where every single halal takeaway restaurant is in the 5 mile radius. I could be offended and be like, come on, I'm a human, I've got emotions, please don't hurt my feelings. Yeah. But they're not wrong. All I do all day is eat, sleep, and shit, and it's not always in that order. And it drives my wife mad cleaning up after me with a shovel. Now, my wife and I, we've got 2 boys. We've got the moody teenager and the gremlin, who we'll not address at this time because we know what happens there. So the moody teenager and I, we're really competitive with each other. So we're having a race, and I crouch down as much as I can, give him what my doctor likes to call being fat. So anyway, I said to my son, son, are you ready? He said, Dad, I was born ready. I said, no you weren't. You were born with your umbilical cord wrapped around your neck and you ate your first shit in panic. Shocked, I shouted, go and eat shit again! As I legged it until I got breathless, which was about 3 seconds, given what my dietitian likes to call being morbidly obese. So I mentioned odd musings earlier on, and I had one the other day. I was like, you know how people say we put money in kitty? Well, people who put money in kitties should be arrested for animal abuse. It's deplorable behaviour. I am a Muslim though, so I could not give a crap about a piggy bank. So I do love animals though. I love pets. Pets are cool. My boys, they wanted a pet parrot. My wife was having none of it. She was like, no, you are not bringing a pet parrot into this house. I'm not having it. Put my foot down. That's not how she talks, it's just how it sounds in my head. But I got a parrot anyway because I'm a rebel and learned to hide the bruises with makeup. Now the boys love her, but she will not shut the fuck up. The parrot is cool though, he only speaks when spoken to. Now, I do love animals, I love pets. I'm a cat man, anybody here like cats?
Yeah.
So my cat is really cool, but his cat flap is just really weak. It just keeps on falling off. Fucking pussy, yo. So I was thinking the other day, I never know how to respond when a friend shows me a picture of a newborn. They're like, isn't he cute? Oh, isn't she lovely? Sure, if you're into raisins with lungs and a milk addiction. I mean, don't get me wrong, I've got 2 boys. When my eldest was born, he was in special care in one of those little incubators. And it was a moment of awe when I looked at my wife and I said, isn't it cool that he looks like that? And she says, like what? So it's like a tiny, wrinkly little Jabba the Hutt. But that's what old people, newborns are. Newborns are what happens when you put an old person in the washing machine on their own cycle. Tiny, shrunken, wrinkly little pensioners with a milk addiction. And that's what they are for the first few years. I mean, they're demanding, they're forgetful, and they shit everywhere. And that's just the old people. But there's a difference. There's only one difference between newborns and old people. Old people don't breastfeed. I mean, it is a relief because I have to tell my nan why my wife can't feed her. My wife wouldn't be pleased about it either. I was spending a lot of time recently on the TikTok live debates. So you know where people gather to discuss the really important issues like what the fuck has gone wrong with Elon, the Great Replacement Theory, and whether Marcellus Wallace from Pulp Fiction actually did look like a bitch. I'm not sure. Still have to up until today. But anyway, I was on there and I was in the comments trolling away like I do, and this comment just caught my eye, and it says, the topic was halal meat, and it says, I'm not too fond of halal meat because I've heard that they have intercourse with the animal before they slaughter it. Now I had to take my trolling hat off, put my serious hat on, and in the most serious tone I could on a comment section of a TikTok live, say to this man, that's absolute nonsense. We're Muslim, not Welsh. On the topic of racism, so you know when the riots happened, we were all safe in Bradford. It was the safest place in the UK at that point. But I did come across a man who shouted across, it was a Bradford interview, and he shouted across and he says, "Oh, you! What, me? Sorry, Muzzy. My name's Cash, but yeah, okay, Muzzy's my friend. Go back to where you came from." So that's fine, I'll book an Uber back to Bradford Royal Infirmary. He says, no, before that. I said, that's fine, but I don't think it's a good idea for me to dig my own grave up and get back inside. And because I actually got laughs for the first time to that joke, because the last time I got oof. It was mostly Asian crowd, to be fair, and it was the second other gig.